This is a 5-foot cultivator, and this 20 horsepower tractor here was struggling when it really started biting. By taking out that middle ripper, you can see we left this middle row right here unhurt. That is going to be our row of sunflowers. What was that? This is just great. Proof we can't have nice things. Bolts broke and sheared. That really grabbed it hard. Brought to you in part by Deep River Sporting Clays. Safe, fun, family entertainment. And by these additional sponsors. Kicking off a multi-part series here where I'm debuting a new piece of equipment I picked up here. It was a field cultivator, and I took off the center row here to turn it into a 1-row cultivator, and the spacing here is set up to match my 2-row coal planter, which plants 36 inches on center. So this is actually set up to be a 1-row cultivator that'll accommodate the 36-inch rows. We're actually going to be using it to rip up all the fall food plot and get in preparation for a spring planting. And it's not just going to be any spring planting. We're actually doing a really cool mix that I've never done before. If you ever followed DIY Food Plot Pro, Mr. Wes, he's got a really cool blend. It's sunflowers, iron clay peas, soybeans, and YELLOWLAB. And I'm going to plant that here at the house. Everything that was in Fall Feast last fall, we're going to rip it all up, start drying it out, terminate some of the weeds. We'll come back in here and use my disc, and we're going to lightly disc in and incorporate that monster mix. Probably not going to plant till the end of April. Let soil temperatures get a little bit warmer, and we're going to see how it does. We're going with a really heavy seeding rate. Wes is going to tell us a little bit more about it, why it's special, why we're going to do the timing and the seeding rate that we're doing. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a collab video with Wes. It's going to be really cool. But for now, we got some ground to go tear up using the new to us cultivator. One thing I quickly noticed was this tractor just didn't quite have enough horsepower or weight for this cultivator. I kept bogging down just as soon as the chisel plow had reached about 6 to 8 inches, so I could not deep rip it in this situation, especially with the highly compacted clay. I did notice when I came back through a second time, I was able to run a little smoother and cut a little bit deeper. With these particular soils being highly compacted and this lightweight tractor, I was having some difficulty, so I kept having to feather the implement up and down and only run it about 3 to 5 inches deep, depending on how soft the soil was. After a couple passes though, it definitely got a lot easier cutting back the ground that had already been cut. Compared to a disc, I'm really liking this cultivator. I like how tight to the woods I can get. I like how controlled it is. I like how it cuts the highly compacted ground. A disc, in my experience, requires a lot of weight to cut, and you have to have a lot of speed to cut, whereas this cultivator seems to chisel right down through this highly compacted clay with no problem. I just wish I had a little bit more weight and tractor for this application, but we were able to get it done. To get a good deep cut in this highly compacted ground, I've used a 1-row plow. I've never loved the plow, because same exact thing, just about the time it gets to bite, it'll bog down the small tractor and I actually have to lift it back up, and it made for a really inconsistent cutting of the dirt. Whereas this cultivator, once I get it to the depth I like, I'm able to keep it there and have a much more consistent depth. Not to mention it's 5 foot wide as opposed to a 1-row plow, which is only about a foot or so wide. So I do prefer this cultivator, especially on a food plot, the compact tractor, much better than a 1-row turn plow. This tractor would certainly not be suitable for a 2-row plow, which would make for a wider path. I just don't have the horsepower for it. So compared to a 1-row plow, I'm liking the cultivator, and for turning soil in a small compact area, definitely like the cultivator better than a disc. What'd you think of that ripper?
Good.
Worked pretty good, didn't
Yeah.
it? So I like that cultivator a lot better than a disc, and I'll tell you why. Number one, it's slow and controlled. You don't have to get up all that speed like a disc. Number two, I can rip a lot tighter to the woods. To get that disc to eat, you've really got to get a lot of momentum going, and it's hard to get the disc up that tight. Whereas the cultivator, I was able to run right up to the wood line. But this area I had turned the other day, and I want to show you the idea. By taking out that middle ripper, you can see we left this middle row right here unhurt. That is going to be our row of sunflowers. So that's the idea, is by taking that center ripper out, we'll leave the sunflowers unharmed, and of course we'll cultivate on either side of it, helping control the weeds. So we'll look at some of this fresh turn dirt. When we come back through here with a disc, it's going to make it a lot easier just to smooth it off and level it. We've already cut the compacted ground using the cultivator. The disc will just be used to level this out. Then we'll seed our spring mix for deer, lightly disc it under, and we should be good to go. We may end up using a grass pre-emergent to help with grass control, but I don't plan to use any broadleaf control. It's going to be sunflowers, iron clay peas, soybeans, and YELLOWLAB. So a pendimethalum pre-emergent grass control will work fine for all those. Grass is the main problem we have out here. But I am liking that cultivator. I think it's going to be perfect for ripping up soil, especially where we have clay that is highly compacted. I think that cultivator is going to work just fine. I paid $200 for this. All it needed was to be power washed and painted, and it didn't even have to do that. I just did that for appearance. But I think this is going to work out great, not only for food plot work, also for cleaning up our sunflower rows. This is a 5-foot cultivator, and this 20 horsepower tractor here was struggling when it really started biting. So even with only a 5-foot implement, I'd say a 40 horse is going to probably do a lot better. This is the little tractor that could. This thing has got a lot of good food plot hours on it, but some things it's just not made for, and deep subsoil ripping is not one of them. But we just ran it about 4 to 5 inches deep, cut the ground pretty good. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. So I've got this area fairly worked up and turned. I'm liking that. I've got one other backyard area I need to go turn where I'm actually going to be expanding and putting in a garden. The boys wanted a cantaloupe and watermelon patch, so that's exactly what they're going to get. This cultivator is going to be perfect for tearing up the old clover and cover crop we had in there and getting a garden put in. Something just broke. You gotta be kidding me. Something just broke. Got to be kidding me. We just broke a weld here. Sheared a bolt and broke a weld. Found a stump though. I was just about finished coming back through the middle to hit a second lick here. You can see how well it's doing. Really ripping this area up. I ran it a little bit deeper now that I'd cut it once. I could run it a little bit deeper and just pulled up this stump. And sure enough, had just enough life in it to break this thing. This is proof that you can't have nice things. I mean, that thing is sheared, bolts broke and sheared. That really grabbed it hard. So before we're gonna be able to do our sunflower cultivation project, I now have to go visit a welder. Right here at the end too. I just tore up that whole food plot back here. Just got this almost completely done. Doing a couple more licks here and well, broke the cultivator here. So before we can go off to the dove field, we're gonna have to get this fixed. But that will be for another day. Right now we're dead in the water. I'll have to band-aid it up just to get it back over here to the house. But there we are. We've got a new cultivator kicking off. Kind of a rough start here, We did prep the fall food plot here to get it ready for a spring planting with the monster mix I teased. So be looking for that update video with Wes. We'll be getting a blend seeded out here. Hopefully have us a spring and summer deer food plot. We're also putting in a garden out here. It's going to be a big watermelon cantaloupe patch. So if that interests you, might even do a video on that. But for now, I've got to go find a welder and get that cultivator fixed back there. But I really appreciate you guys watching. I will update you as things progress out here. But until those next videos, really appreciate you watching. God bless. Take care.